The Crit Show contains elements of horror, fantasy violence, and adult language. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
What day of the week does the week start for you?
Sunday.
I guess it's sort of context dependent. Technically Sunday. I would generally think of it as Monday because that's when work starts again.
Yeah.
I work in theater. There is no end or start. It is just a nonstop shifting nightmarescape.
Yeah, I always think of the start of the week as Monday. And why is it Sunday on the calendar? Is it just because of Christianity?
Probably. But I feel like that's why I think of Sunday as the beginning of the week.
Because of the calendar.
Because I visualize the calendar.
Yeah.
And it's also Sunday's the end of the weekend, but weekend's a rollover thing. And so then I get a little bit of weekend on Sunday before work on Monday.
Oh, so you're seeing Sunday and Saturday as the bread on your terrible sandwich.
Yes, exactly. Yes, they are the good pieces of bread on my terrible week sandwich.
Okay.
It is misleading that Saturday and Sunday are called the weekend.
The weekend, yeah.
What's Christianity got to do with it? Is it a Christianity thing?
Well, just because they have so much control in the formation and the changes in the calendar.
I don't remember what all changed when what calendar are we on? The Gregorian calendar? Did we roll to the Gregorian from the Julian? Is that right?
I use Google Calendar.
I don't remember what exactly all those changes were. I know that there was some bullshit about the months, and that's why October is not the 8th month anymore and whatnot.
Because of Caesar's Julius and Augustus wanting there to be months named after them.
Oh, okay. Was there a Saturtavius? Sundavius?
No, I know a lot about the naming of the days and where they come from, but it just Sunday got co-opted as this is the day of rest and worship.
Yeah.
But isn't it? It's also, that's the 7th day, isn't it?
Yep.
It's supposed to be the last day. Why is it the first day?
Well, because now, with it being the first day, you can go atone for all of your sins and stuff and then start sinning afresh.
Have a banger week.
I was just curious. Monday has always been the beginning of the week for me, and so it always annoys me on calendars that it's Sunday.
Oh, opposite. Every time I see a calendar that has Saturday, Sunday at the very end, I'm like, this is bullshit, and now I have no idea how to read this.
You gotta let go of your Christian roots. You gotta stay in the mud. Well, anyway, I was just curious. Let's move to a world where time and
has
day
no meaning.
has no meaning.
It's irrelevant. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the Crit Show, where we are playing the Clockgrinders, a world where time is meaningless. Last time, our heroes got a massive lore dump from Roland the Magnificent, letting them know what he knows of the origins of the movement cores, their initial purpose, locking Cadvini in step with the Fey homeworld Chimeran. The fact that an illness came for Chimeran and Cadvini manipulated the movement cores to block themselves off, to keep themselves safe and sort of cut the Fey loose, but continuing to rob their resource of ether to power this arrangement. They strategized, came up with a plan for how to maybe open some taps so that the people who want ether can continue to get it, maybe open some doors so that there can be more interplay between the worlds again in the long run. And in the meantime, where that starts is Roland talking to the Janes, head of the criminal underground, the black markets here, trying to get them on board with the fact that our heroes are going to go fuck up the Clockgrinders and take control of the movement core in town. And I think we left off basically departing Roland's table to head towards the tower that he let you know the movement core actually resides in. So that is where we find ourselves. Is there anything you guys want or need to do between leaving Roland's and getting to the wall tower on the northernmost point of the city where the movement core awaits?
Fleeting conditions just clear once the moment has passed, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I feel like that long, luxurious break in the lounge was enough to clear my panicked.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How long does it take for stickies?
So fleeting conditions just go away, like when you get a chance to catch your breath. Sticky conditions go away when you have time to resolve whatever the name of the condition is. So if you had marked exhausted and you get time to rest and you're no longer exhausted, you can mark it off.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the lasting conditions are the ones that, like, you have to start recovery on them and then a whole play session has to go through before you can finish recovery on them. And stresses, like fleeting conditions, they just go away once this thing ends and you've had a second.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, I'm just going to have Kade give me a piggyback ride and I'm going to sleep all the way to the tower so that like a toddler.
Not related to a condition. Just
Yeah.
I wish stress just disappeared after a few minutes.
In real life,
In
yeah.
real life, when I just change the setting, it goes away.
We're in a fantasy world.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, talk to your doctor. There are pills.
Special pills. I see
heard
commercials for them all the time. Yeah, I mean, if you have exhausted, Megan, like I think the time you spent sitting here chatting with Roland is enough to probably clear your exhausted track. You had a leisurely conversation and meal.
Cool.
I will stop and get Smee.
Okay. Yeah, you head back out and pick Smee up off the train. Ravi and the rhinos are asleep.
My favorite band.
Both of the rhinos are laying down in sort of like a yin and yang configuration, and he's like sprawled out in between them. They're all just napping on the train.
I leave Ravi a little knapsack of goodies that I took from the meals.
Oh, he'll love that.
Yeah.
Should I bring Tonguey for this? What are we doing? Are we sneaking in and roughing them up? Are we doing some sort of ultimatum? Are we calling them out? Am I crushing through this place upon a rhinoceros?
I definitely don't think you should crash into it, seeing as how it's housing the movement core.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and to remind or perhaps elaborate, so the movement core is going to be at the base of one of the towers that makes up like a post on the wall that surrounds the city. At this point, there are hundreds of them, but you know it is the northernmost point, so it is accessible from the ground level. It is also accessible from the top because there are pathways along the top of the wall. You could access this either way. You could access it from the inside of the wall. It'd be more challenging, but theoretically, you could maybe get to it from outside of the wall if you circumnavigated the city from the outside or some shit. But it does build up into the mountains, so it might get kind of tough.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you feel better about approaching it from inside of the city? Or, I mean, maybe if we came from the outside, they wouldn't be expecting us.
I think maybe starting diplomatically might be a good idea. Maybe if we explain to them what we're there to do, they'll understand. And then if they don't, then you can have Tonguey charge at them.
He seemed pretty adamant that he didn't think they were going to change. Maybe we do both? Because I'd sure hate to lose our element of surprise by trying to be diplomatic if we're 98% sure they're going to fight us.
Well, it's their territory, so if we're able to sneak in, that would be great, but they're definitely going to have the upper hand knowing the building itself.
As I'm looking up at the wall, how wide is it up there, like the walkway? Like, could a rhino run along the perimeter of this city wall all the way around to the north side?
Now I'm inclined to say yes.
I think breaching from the top, if we're just destroying a door, that wouldn't mess with the inner workings of the core, would it?
Theoretically, no. It should be far enough inside that wouldn't be an issue unless the entire thing collapses on top of it. But without knowing exactly where it's located, that's hard to say.
Or what it does. If it's like the one in the clock tower where there's mechanisms that go up and make the clock work, it might break that, but that's repairable, I suppose.
I'm certain that I can keep their attention focused on one of these entrances.
I think that sounds like a better plan, honestly. If you're causing this distraction, they're most likely going to attack you, which is what you want anyway, right?
Yes.
Great. Well, then maybe that'll clear a path for Kade and I to get to the movement core.
Very good. Tonguey!
You see his little ears kind of flick in his sleep as he hears his name and his eyes open. And he stands up slowly, which knocks Ravi askew, who just kind of like rolls onto the ground. It's like, oh, fuck. Oh, man, I was having the best dream. Oh, damn, it was real. I was sleeping between two rhinos. Hey, what are you guys doing?
We're about to participate in some heroics.
Oh, cool.
Would you like to come?
Do you think I should?
I kind of glance between the other two. You know, a rhino coming in from either side of the top of the wall.
It's going to seem like a raid by the Rhino Raiders, who we still have not talked to the city about in the sense of them being good guys.
Yeah, you haven't even gotten me, like,
Yeah.
repped yet. You just left me out here, so.
Yes, all right. It'll just be me then.
Okay.
Keep watching the train.
All right. Yeah, Ravi lays back down, repositioning himself against Apple sticky hands. But Tonguey joins you, steps out of the side door of the train car, and the entire thing lifts like 8 inches once he's out of it.
All right, Tonguey, I'm going to need to make thorough use of your surname today.
He growls.
Good boy.
Okay, so Einon and Tonguey Biter are going to try to get to the top of the walls, and Maxine and Kade, you are going to... I think I need more elaboration on what your part of the plan is.
Let's do the door on the inside. That way we don't create a hole in something that we then want to turn around and defend ourselves.
That makes sense to me.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's what we do.
Okay.
And it works.
So obviously Einon is the distraction, is going to be loud. Does that mean that the two of you are trying to stealth, like trying to sneak to that door?
I don't know that we'll have to. Like, Einon as a distraction had a totally different meaning in my head. He's really just assaulting.
Yeah.
Not distracting.
So
It
maybe
will also be distracting.
Oh, yeah.
maybe we see what the success level of Einon's distraction roll is, and then we know whether or not you need to roll stealth
Yeah.
to get at the bottom. So Kade, Maxine, and Smee start making their way across the city, just to the plumb opposite side from the gates you come in, to the northernmost tower at its base. Einon, where along this wall are you trying to get a rhinoceros to the top of it?
The rhino stairs, obviously.
The cargo lift?
So between all of the, there's all these towers that obviously have doors at each tower, even on the top.
Yep.
Are they generally open, like just for the soldiers that are walking perimeter and stuff, or are they like locked up checkpoints every step of the way?
I don't think this necessitates a roll for the general information. It looks like, by and large, they're open. It seems like guards are just kind of walking perimeters and rotations, and they're keeping an eye out, but it's not like under siege. So looking up there, most of the way you see guards just kind of passing through them with the doors open on either side of the tower. Some of them are closed, and until you get to the one with the movement core, I don't think you know, but it would probably stand to reason that they've got it closed because they're kind of hoarding that area to themselves.
Sure. They're still the same guards in this front entrance that we talked to earlier?
Yeah.
I think I ride up to them on the rhino.
Oh, fuck!
No, it's me. Remember, we're the group that took out the raiders, and we acquired some of their rhinos.
Oh.
Yes. No raiding happening here.
Right, okay. Woo!
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind, just as sort of a unique experience here, I would very much love to bring my good friend Tonguey here up and ride the perimeter of the wall. What would be the chances of getting that okayed?
Both of their eyes just like glaze over as you're talking.
Oh, you mean the rhino permit? Yeah, we've got copies right here. Don't worry.
One of those gate guards says, I don't know that.
I'll let you ride with me. Have you ever ridden a rhinoceros?
I can't say that I have, no.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, I believe it. He's like looking at Tonguey Biter longingly. He's like, oh man, that does sound pretty cool.
I'll even let you hold the reins. You can lead.
The other guard kind of elbows him and says, Look, this does sound cool, but as I'm sure you understand, as city officials, we do need to follow the appropriate protocols. So you are going to have to pay for the Rhino Pass to get to the top there.
Oh, all right.
It's not like my hands are tied. It's nothing I can do. But I think maybe he'd be willing to chip in a little bit on it if you're going to let him ride the Rhino too. And he like elbows the other guard again, and the other guard kind of nods.
I'll just smile with him. The Rhino Pass. Yes, I should have remembered that in my talks with Roland the Magnificent. He's very excited to see this Rhino as well, by the way. But yes, I'd be willing to put up for it. Certainly.
Okay. Give me a resources roll.
Oh no.
Just trying to beat a 1.
Oh no.
Actually, I think just trying to beat a 0 because he's going halvesies on it. Allegedly, he's going halvesies on it with you. They're reducing the cost.
Oh, thank God. 2.
Okay.
I have no resources. I was terrified.
All right, yeah, you succeed. You are able to pony up enough cash to pay for the supposed Rhino Pass. And you see that guard take it and count it and give you a nod, and he, just unapologetically puts it directly in his own pocket.
Oh, yeah. I'll pat him on the shoulder. Thank you.
Okay, this guy needs a name now.
I was convinced that, like, on a mixed success, he was going to have to pay that fee at every tower he came to. Like a toll road.
Yeah, sorry, the Rhino Pass only gets you from Tower 11 to 12. You need to pay the new Rhino Pass for 12 to 13. Ivo, the guard, he takes you in the gate and just around the corner to the door at the base of, like, one of the towers that flanks the gate. And he knocks and another guard opens from inside and looks at him, gives him a nod, and looks beyond him at you and looks beneath you at a Rhino. And his eyes go wide. And Ivo says, hey, this guy paid for the Rhino Pass, so we're going up top. And that guard kind of smirks, and you see him, like, look at the stairs that lead up this tower, do some quick mental math, and then just shake his head and shrug and step aside. So yeah, you step inside this tower, and you can see that there is just a perimeter spiral staircase that leads up to the catwalk level at the top of the walls. And it is of rhinoceros width. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze, but it's just enough for a rhino to get up there.
Anything but the metric system.
So I think this has got to require something to get him to go up these stairs. There's got to be
Damn it.
Like a carrot or
like a roll.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Like a
cinnamon
dinner roll.
like a
Cinnamon roll?
Good thing I brought some.
No, they all fell in the lake.
No, from second round.
Second round.
Second round.
Yeah, come on.
Right.
I'm open to suggestions because I feel like it's like an empathy if you're trying to, like, I don't know, vibes steer this rhino, or like a rapport if you're trying to be more like mechanical with convincing him to do what you want.
Athletics, if I'm trying to drag his happy ass up.
I would maybe accept an athletics.
Yes.
If you're kind of like steering this out of control object to make it's trying to do what it wants to do, and you are manipulating it to do what you want it to do.
Yeah.
So this is not going to be a happy tonguey biter at the top of the wall. Then
That
sounds like
what we're going for.
he's going to be pissed. Okay. So why don't you roll to overcome with athletics? I feel like athletics is one of the hardest ways to do this, though. I think this is kind of tough. You're trying to overpower a rhinoceros.
Yeah.
I don't
thrashing
see the
rhinoceros.
problem.
All the same, I think you're trying to beat a 3.
Oh, no. What did I have to beat?
A 3.
I rolled almost as bad as I possibly could. I think I work with animals. I'm an experienced hunter. Can I use this point to re-roll?
Yep.
Okay. 5.
That is a success. So, Ivo goes first. He's like, I don't want to be at the bottom of this when the stairway collapses, so I'm going to go ahead and get up there.
Yes.
And he's kind of like, you can hear him once he gets to the top, kind of talking to the other guards, like, hey, you're going to want a clear path. Why don't you guys just step clear of this? But you get Tonguey Biter moving on this spiral staircase, and he doesn't like it. But you are able to kind of work the reins and redirect him, whatever force he's trying to employ to not go up the stairs. You turn into a force that is going up the stairs. And step by agonizing step, he makes his way up. You can see the twilight coming in through the doors at the top, and so can he. The closer you get to the top, the more he kind of accelerates, just trying to get out of this fucking claustrophobic spire. And he like runs the last few steps up and bursts out one of the doors to a lot of guards who yelp and yell and panic a bit. And Ivo, who's like got his hands out to the rest of the guards, like, it's cool. He paid for the rhino pass. We're fine. But yeah, you've got him at the top here. It is just rhino width, and there are guards in the way. What do you want to do?
At first I called down to Kade and Maxine. I'll see you on the north side, shall I?
Oh, be careful. We'll see you over there.
Yes, just going to enjoy the view.
Don't fall.
No worries.
I look at Kade. That does not seem stable.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm pulling up a video of what a rhino sounds like. Okay, I feel better equipped to describe the scene now. So anyway, what are you doing?
I'm just motioning for them to get out of the way, to get like into the tower, so that they can like go down, get the hell out of the way. And yeah, we're going to have a little joyride. And I reach down for Ivo to pull him up into the saddle.
Okay. Yeah, he hops up. He's like, haha, wee. Yeah, the guards start like piling into the towers and hugging the side walls. And you just start trotting Tonguey Biter along the wall for the long journey all the way around the perimeter.
He's got to do the whole perimeter.
Yep. And I will get him moving to a trot.
All right. Down on the ground level, I think you guys can probably see just like the top, like of them poking out. You might be able to see like the very top of Tonguey's ears or something, but you can see them astride him, just making their way. You can tell that it's going to take them a lot longer to get there than it would take you to get there, because you can go in a straight shot. So what do you want to do? What is the plan?
I guess as we're going, like, I want to stop and look at the ads. I know, like, are there any ads for good sales going on in the marketplace?
I mean, they're just being screamed at you constantly. Everybody that you go past is just like 2 for 1 halibut or whatever.
Every ad you just heard, imagine it was somebody from a stall yelling it at Kade and Maxine as they
Nice.
walk through town.
Nice.
Kate's like, what's auto insurance?
For anyone on the free feed, they're like, everyone's at lunch.
Yeah.
There's no one saying anything.
Boy, I don't, like, we want to get there after him.
Okay.
So I
Just
guess
pacing
we're
him
just
out?
watching him, yeah.
All right.
The slowest walk through town ever.
Okay. Yeah, you guys take a leisurely stroll. So you take the time to pace Einon and Ivo. How long's Ivo coming along for? How long does Ivo get to join you for?
That's up to him. I think during some of the stretches between the towers, like I get Tonguey up to a gallop and like, I'm trying to be cool. Like I'm trying to wow Ivo a little bit, but I don't know his constitution with this sort of thing. If this is super exciting or if he's terrified.
Yeah, okay. I don't think he lasts very long.
Oh, okay.
I think a few towers in, Ivo's like, okay, well, that was great. Bye.
All right.
Just rolls off the back of the rhino.
Well
Deploys a
ridden.
parachute off the wall.
Takes a zip line.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get back to my post. Click. Zzz.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option. We would have used that to get to the... Never mind.
Then I think the next important moment here is going to be with you, Einon. Eventually you get all the way around to that northernmost tower. It is the next one in view. You can see that its doors at the top are closed. You had encountered a couple of those along the route, but it was usually just a matter of like knocking or having Ivo knock or calling out, and somebody would open the door and then they'd get the fuck out of the way because there was a rhino there. But yeah, you can see that the doors at the top of this one are closed, and there doesn't seem to be anybody like manning the door from the outside up here.
Perfect. Tonguey, ramming speed, and I get him up to a charge.
Okay. Tonguey drags a front foot on the ground a couple of times and shakes his head a little bit, and then just starts running. And he gets up to speed kind of slow, but there's a lot of mass behind him as his horn just crashes into this door. Down at ground level, you could see the ramp up to this as he started picking up speed. And you and everybody in your immediate vicinity hears just the catastrophe of something getting destroyed at the top of that wall.
Yeah, I want to run up to the door and see if it's unlocked.
It is not. It is locked.
I will pick it.
Okay. Give me a burglary roll. Why don't you first give me a notice roll?
Okay.
Overcome with notice. I think you're trying to beat a 3.
4.
That will pay off in a moment, but give me the burglary roll. Trying to beat a 1.
7.
Damn.
Okay. You succeed and you get a boost. You pick this lock and open the door, and you could tell in manipulating the lock, it felt, again, like there was maybe like a secondary mechanism to it. As you open the door, you can see that there is a seam of a trapdoor in the floor just inside, that you were able to feel out that secondary mechanism and pick this in such a way that you can tell, oh, that's what this was, and it is not active. You are not going to trigger this trapdoor by stepping through. So, what you are looking at is, well, you haven't looked inside one of these towers yet, the two of you. So, you don't really have anything to compare this to. It is a pretty substantial diameter in here. More than it probably looks like from the outside that the rest of them are. As if maybe this tower, like maybe there's more of this on the back side, like on the outside of the wall than there is on the inside of the wall. There is this spiral staircase that goes around the outside, up towards the top of the wall. And right in the middle of the chamber, in the ground, you can see the movement core. It looks like at one point there might have been more pageantry to this. There might have been more pomp and circumstance like you've seen at several of the other ones. Maybe it was disguised as something or hidden in something. But now it is just laid bare and Frankensteinian. Kade, I think even at a glance, comparing to what you've seen before, you can tell that parts of this core have been removed and replaced with parts that look kind of like taps or filters. Like it has clearly been retrofitted to be leached off of. And you see two individuals down here at the ground level who turn to look as the door opens. One of them is an older gentleman, gray hair, kind of like crew cut, wearing the armor and insignia of the Clockgrinders. The other one, a very young woman, who you can see a family resemblance to that man on her face. But she is like quite a young adult, like very early 20s, maybe even just late teens. But she's got like long kind of auburn hair and a ponytail. And they both turn to look at you, and there is a beat before a third individual slams into the ground between you.
It's not Einon, right?
It is not Einon. Maxine, I think you recognize it as one of the people that spoke to you down in the subterranean hallways under the false clock tower. It is the gentleman who spoke to you through the bars. He hits the ground hard and like rolls a little bit, and you can see him like struggling to right himself. It looks like some things are at best very badly bruised.
And you distantly hear it. Well hit, Tonguey.
What are the two you want to do?
So with the door open, I'm going to shout into them. I would get out of there if I were you. You do not want to be in there. Things are going to go bad for you.
All right, why don't you roll to provoke?
Okay.
They are going to contest with will, so I'm going to make a roll for each of them.
3.
Okay. The gentleman got a 4 with will to defend, and the young woman actually got a 3 to defend.
Can I give one of my points to help? That I'm really using Tonguey to just like bull my way into this top area, and I'm just smashing and making so much more noise. Like really driving home this threat because I'm sticking with the plan here.
What are you invoking?
Team player.
So that will bump you to a 5.
Yeah.
However, I think that I'm going to invoke something for each of them to try and ride that out. The older gentleman has an aspect called Been to the Rodeo. So I'm going to invoke that for him to bump him back up to a success. And then for her, she has an aspect called Daddy's Girl. And if he's not going, she's not going. So I'm going to spend one for her to bump her back up to the tie.
Ooh.
Is there anything else anybody wants to invoke to raise them stakes anymore?
I mean, since I'm wearing my Clockwinder insignia, could I invoke the Mechanist? Like, oh, the people who are supposed to be dealing with this are here. Like that's part of the threat is that like they know they're doing the wrong thing with it, and there's someone who looks official here.
Sure. All right, so that will put you over on both of them. The girl is kind of like panikedly side-eyeing the older guy, who is scowling at you, but you see him like, without like turning his head or anything, he does kind of like look around at the conditions inside the tower. He looks down at the guy who just hit the ground, and he pretty deftly like steps over and grabs the scruff of that guy's armor, and gestures for the girl. And he just starts dragging that guy, and all three of them start to make their way towards the door, towards you out of the tower.
Yeah, I step back, but as I do, I set the trap door so that it will collapse beneath them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck. What skill do you need to roll for this?
Great question.
Deceive?
I feel like it would just normally be a crafts, because you're activating a device, which for you would then be burglary.
Oh, and that makes a lot of sense.
I think this is again going to be contested then. They're going to get a chance to notice
Sure.
you trying to trigger this device under them. What'd you get?
I'm going to use it so that it doesn't go away because I feel like it's going to, my boost from picking the door, just call it like inner mechanisms. So with that, a 9.
All right. They defended with a -1 for her and a 7 for him.
Whoa!
Which normally would be great, but is insufficient.
Yeah, that boost really did it, huh?
Wow.
Damn.
So they are rushing for the door, and as they hit that seam in the ground, all three of them just take a tumble as this trapdoor opens beneath their feet. You hear them just yelling swears, but they fall through, and it's a much springier mechanism than the one in the fake clock tower was. Like, it's like it falls beneath them and then pretty quickly just like flaps back up. So you only hear them for a moment before that closes again and their sound is cut off from you.
Whoa. I don't know where that goes, and I didn't expect it to close that fast.
Maybe it's another lake. Maybe they just have a bunch of lakes for people to fall into.
Up at the top, Einon, you have crashed through this door. You have sent one of these people careening to the bottom. And immediately opposite you, on the inside of the other door, you see one other figure. She seems to match the description that Maxine had given you of one of the individuals she spoke to through the bars beneath the false clock tower. And currently she has her back kind of like pressed up against that door, eyes wide, like clearly caught mega off guard. What do you want to do?
I think I sort of look over the drop off where the other guy had fallen, and I look to her. Well, I'll give you this one chance to just go ahead and leave. Otherwise, the rhino might eat you here.
Roll to provoke. She's going to defend with will.
Since I am using both myself and the bulk of a rhino, can I use my stunt for that?
Which one?
To roll plus fight when provoking, when using threats of violence.
Yes.
6.
Okay. She got a 1, so she doesn't even have like a weapon drawn right now.
I'm casually pulling my bow and knocking an arrow and just kind of mumbling 5, 4.
She's like, all right. I surrender. She's got her hands up, still just pressed against the door.
Marvelous. Well done.
Who the fuck are you?
I point to the Clockwinder insignia.
Oh.
Yeah, you fucked up.
You see her like look down the stairwell, like down towards the bottom of the tower, and as you follow her gaze, it is just in time to see 3 other individuals go through a trapdoor.
Oh dear, are they all right?
And she just like is just morose, like this pall falls over her from it's Paul again from the woods.
From the ceiling.
Falls over her.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Pulls her out the door.
Let's get out of here.
Into the woods. We never see her again.
Yeah, I mean, she just looks instantaneously completely defeated.
I'll slide off of Tonguey and give him a treat and kind of calm him down to stay there.
What is the treat?
Rhino treats.
Okay.
You know, they all have a little pack on their side of treats.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Go on.
They're treats.
I'm not fighting you anymore.
Okay. And I just gesture to her, down the stairs, let's go.
Okay. She keeps her hands up, but she starts making her way down that staircase. Kade and Maxine, you see Einon escorting the last member of this squad down the stairs. Maxine, you recognize her as well.
Were there just the 4 of you total?
Yes.
Where did that trapdoor lead?
That's sort of a cell down there. It's just a place to hold people who might break in so that we can question them or whatever, figure out what they're doing here.
Can I tell if she's telling the truth that it's just the 4 of them with my stunt?
Yeah, no need, because she is not using a deceive action against you.
Okay.
So she is telling the truth. You are sure of that.
Well done on that trap.
Yeah, it's lucky it was there.
This went far better than I was expecting.
Yeah, now you just got to do the part where you make them believe and follow through on the thing that we want.
Oh, yes, that will be likely more difficult.
Well, if Roland is going to kind of take over keeping the movement core from being utilized like this, we should probably get it back in working order first. Oh, look at what they did to it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Some of the stuff I was thinking I was going to have to do, it seems like they've already done.
Yeah, but it's so cannibalized.
This is where I start to just fade out on understanding. My darling, what was your name?
Fern.
Fern, if you would, please lead me to wherever it is that you're able to access these cells.
She nods silently and leads you out the front door and hangs an immediate right.
Good luck, I'll be back.
Okay, have fun. All right, Kade, can you give me a hand with this? I think we just need to clear some of these extra parts out of the way.
Yeah.
And I'll start examining this core and figuring out what it needs.
Why don't you create an advantage with investigate? Because it seems like you guys have plans for this one, so you're revealing or establishing like a truth, an aspect of this. I don't think this is going to be especially hard because you knew going into this from the map at the forge that this one was a red light. This one was critically wounded.
Right.
So I don't think the investigation part itself is going to be too tough. So create an advantage with investigate, trying to beat a 1.
Well, I rolled a 1, but I've got a +5 to investigate, so 6.
Fucking hell. Okay. Success with style. I think this is an existing aspect. What do we want to call it? What do you discern about this that can be utilized moving forward?
Can you give us some like detail on what its deal is?
I can. I'm happy to leave it so open-ended that you can fill in those blanks, or I can fill in some blanks if it'll help you come up with the name of an aspect.
Yeah, I guess this is mostly a what aspects would be beneficial for Kade in manipulating this and fixing it so that it works like a movement core, but still utilizes some of these spigots and taps.
It feels like it should somehow be related to the fact that the person who did the alterations knew what they were doing, like that it was a clockwinder.
Okay, so like trying to think of a verb, like, you know, expertly or deftly somethinged.
Yeah.
Not destroyed. Obviously, it's not destroyed. I keep just wanting to come back to Frankenstein. That seems like a weird...
Like altered or improvised or...
Yeah, I mean, I think like professionally altered.
Yeah, I like that.
It's got 2 free invokes. So, Kade, what are you doing with it? Are you doing anything with it right now? Or is taking charge of it right now all you need to do before you report back to Roland?
No, I think because it was in the red, like I think I am going to start working on it and assume that the other stuff will go okay.
Okay, so you are going to try and like just repair this one back to how it belongs?
No, I'm going to study it for a moment and understand, like, you said that they already had like taps on it.
Yeah.
To see how those work, how much they're letting off, and basically look at the thing and try to rebuild around, say, one of those.
So it mostly like repairing this thing back to form, but leaving one of their splits or one of their taps for you. Okay. I think that's going to be more difficult.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll burglary, roll to overcome with burglary, trying to beat a 4 on this one. It would be a 3 if you were just trying to bring it back to normal, but...
7.
Okay. You succeed and you get a boost, but as with all of these, this is going to take some time. So let's utilize that time to check back in with Einon. Einon, Fern walks you out the door around the corner to a stretch of the wall between towers, between their tower and the next, and she reveals a hidden panel in this wall that kind of allows you into the space between the inner and outer facade of this wall to a hollow inside, where there is a staircase leading down.
Oh, marvelous.
She looks at you kind of like confused and off, but oh, thanks. Anyway, down here, and she starts to lead you down that staircase. At the bottom, as you are descending, you can see light. And as you reach the bottom, you come out into just a pretty nondescript carved stone rectangular chamber. One side of it is barred off, gated off like a cell, and the side that you step out into is just open. There's just a couple of chairs down here. There are torches on the walls keeping it lit. But those three individuals are inside of the cage, and they all look in pretty bad condition. The young woman inside looks the best off, but still wounded from taking what you would gauge to be approximately a 15-foot fall. The guy who you had knocked to the bottom is not moving, but they do have him kind of like in the recovery position. Like it doesn't seem like he's dead based on how they're treating him or have treated him. And the old gentleman is not very mobile. He is conscious. He is slumped against a wall. He is in bad shape. Fern also takes this in, and you see her eyes linger on the guy you knocked to the bottom. And she yells out, "Will!" and like runs over to the gate as if to rush inside, but like stops herself nervously, like remembering that you're there, and just kind of like posts up on the outside of the gate closest to him, like, Will, are you okay, Will, please?
Do you have keys, Fern?
Yes.
Open it up. It's all right.
She reaches into her satchel and scrambles for a ring of keys and pulls them out and quickly unlocks the gate and rushes inside and rushes to him and starts like tending to him.
I walk in as well, making sure the gate stays open, and I just very casually reach down and pull the keys out of her hand. Is he all right? Did he make it?
The other young woman chimes in. None of us are much for doctors. He seems like he's in really bad shape, though. We did what we could once we landed down here, but he was bad before he went through the trapdoor.
I'll fetch a doctor immediately.
Who are you? I mean, I see that you're a clockwinder, but what is this? What are you doing?
Our job. The dynamic here is shifted. There will be no more monopolizing the ether. It's under new management. You'll have to forgive me. You've bloodied our nose once already, so we needed you to understand what the situation truly is by bloodying yours right back.
She looks kind of confused for a second, and then like slaps her forehead in frustrated realization. She goes, "Were you one of the ones in the clock tower?"
Oh, yes.
Oh. And she kind of goes, "Yeah, okay." Oh, well, I mean, that makes sense. Not that I like it, but I get it.
This is 7, I assume, and you are?
I'm Rochelle.
It's very nice to meet you. And I'm sorry about this, truly, but you understand that this is done now, right? You understand that that is the truth of your situation?
I think I need you to make a roll on this one. And again, I'm kind of trying to decide which social skill this is. Because you're not just trying to piss her off. This doesn't seem like a provoke.
Nope, not at all. I'm trying to level with her.
I think it's a rapport then.
Okay.
And I'm also trying to decide what she's defending with.
Mm.
Because a couple of the truths about her, you know, one of her aspects is daddy's girl and you've hurt her dad.
Yeah.
One of her other aspects is devoted clock grinder.
Oh.
Like, this is who she is and what she knows. I'm trying to decide if she would be, if she's like defending with will, trying to resist what you're saying, or if she's making like an empathy roll, feeling out what you're saying based on those truths about her.
It feels like a will just on a, like, I hate the fact that the sentence has to start with will, but will she accept that, believe it?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to defend for will with her.
Okay. 6.
She only got a 2.
All right. Let's go.
So you can see her like fighting with herself. You know, she's trying to like stand up tall. She kind of like takes a step towards you, like trying to, you know, match your presence and seem threatening. But she's looking into your eyes for a while, and you see her gaze kind of like soften, but not out of like a, all right, we're cool, but out of an, I can't win this type of emotion. And so she takes a step back. Fine. Well, you got what you wanted, so what are you doing with us now?
That's a discussion that we're going to have soon, but first, everyone that has keys, right now, please,
Yeah, I don't think you need to roll again for this. We can just kind of ride your control of this group up to this point. Rochelle and Seven both produce their keys. Fern loots Will for his and hands them over. So yeah, you end up in possession of 4 sets of keys.
Fern, you know this town well. Do you know where to find the closest doctor?
We've got someone. Her name is Srisha. She's sort of our physician. I mean, not exclusively ours, mind, but the one we go to.
All right. I need you to understand that we are not opposed outside of the fact that your business no longer exists. We're not here to hurt or even kill anyone. We're just here to let you know that it's not happening. So I'm going to put a bit of trust in you. Go fetch your doctor.
She looks at you, confused. She looks over to Seven in particular, and he is still, like, by and large, scowling at you. But he looks over to her and he gives that little head tilt again, like a go. And she stands up and hustles out of the cell, past you and up the stairs. And I think that is where we will leave it off this go round.
Woo. All right.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of The Crit Show. If you're interested in more information about Clockgrinders or Fate, you can find that in the episode description. You can also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/thecritshow, where we have tons and tons and tons of good stuff. Additional audio content, video content, merchandise, lots to check out. And you can get your name read at the end of an episode, just like Ray DiNardo. Thank you very much. And thanks once again to all of you. Tune in next time for more shenanigans with our party, who is now going to tell you goodbye.
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 Bye.
The Crit Show is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz, with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritshow.